Hey, how's it going everyone? Mick here from All About Tech. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is quite a big one. Richard Els has sent an email out to all of the ETN community. There's been a few posts today. There's been some really quite big news released and being promoted currently. So I figured I'll go through those today. One of them being that the round 7 of the Binance community voting rounds are beginning again, and there is a huge push from ETN for the community to get ETN's name out there. So I want to bring your attention to this tweet here. This is the tweet that you have to comment on. Stating ETN. As you can see, I've already done it, and loads of people are getting behind this. Absolutely loads of people are getting behind this. It's brilliant. And scrolling down, I was scrolling down for quite a while. Not tons and tons and tons, but it is dominated by ETN comments, and it needs to continue to be that way as well. They're so serious about this that Richard Els has featured in a video basically asking us to help get ETN on Binance. This is very important, I believe. Exchanges, like literally I was talking about exchanges last week and I was mentioning how we want to get on your Binances, and as you can see, they are just as interested in getting on Binance now as they was ever before. Obviously I had a few comments saying, oh, they don't need to do that, they don't want to go onto their blockchain or whatever. That it was never. Yeah, they can suggest of going onto a Binance blockchain, but it's not a mandatory thing to get onto Binance as an exchange in the first place. There's tons of coins that are on Binance that don't run their own, that already run their own blockchain. So yeah, this is the video. I'll leave it in the description. I'll also leave a link to the tweet here. Make sure you go and comment on this tweet. You just click on the comment part and basically put ETN in your comment. Obviously say why you think ETN should be as well, because obviously there was that accusation last time round with bots, which ETN have also mentioned don't use bots or anything like that to kind of pile into their Twitter feed. That is the Binance listing. This is potentially this is a huge opportunity for ETN to get the trade volume that they desperately need, and I mean desperately need, because you can't hide from the fact that liquidity is absolutely just abysmal, and it does need to improve, and I think that they recognize that, and that's why they're giving it such a push. Now the second thing I want to talk about is, I'm going to quickly mention this, and this is the whole Cambodia launch with Cell Card, and the reason why I want to mention it is because this little beauty here, the Electronium M1, I remember I received mine back when they were at the Mobile World Conference last year. Or could have been, it could have been the year before now, because we're in 2020. I can't remember. The last time they went, it was last year. Yeah, early 2019. And yeah, they've already sold out of this in I'll get it in the shot here. There we go. We'll just do that for the remainder of the video. Yeah, they've already sold out in Cambodia. It's had a hugely positive reception there. I think that the deal was crazy. That and a load of data for a fantastic price, which is always good to get that promotional marketing as such. giving it a really big push. Like they say, I know nothing's really happened since the launch of this phone, but it is like, yeah, it's a physical product. You know that we're a legitimate business. We're providing an actual product that you can use with our ecosystem, etc. Which is really important. So that's that. I just want to quickly mention. What I also want to mention is this, which is absolutely massive. This is another video that they've launched today. It was a few hours ago. And that is that Electroneum have launched in 140 plus countries. Not every single... Now, if you go on the Electroneum app, you're not going to see them all yet. And they're rolling them out few by few until eventually they're all going to be on there. But they're launching in 140 plus countries using this third party. But if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. It doesn't matter how they do it, they've done it. And now you can look through all the coins on CoinMarketCap, and now can you say that any other cryptocurrency is launched with a working product? You can top up your mobile data with ETN in 140 plus countries. You can earn ETN through the gig economy website AnyTasks, which is also proven to be successful. There is no other cryptocurrency, in my opinion, that has that level of success. Period. Because when at the end of the day, if you take the CoinMarketCap ranking system off of the table completely, and you just talk about the fundamentals of the business, of the organizations of each of these cryptocurrencies, if you had a load of statistics without knowing which is which, etc., not knowing which cryptocurrency is which cryptocurrency, and you had to kind of put them in order from most successful to least successful, I can guarantee that you would put Electroneum pretty much right at the very top in regards of what they've achieved. Because the reality is, what they've achieved so far is astonishing. Launched in 140 countries, being able to top up basically anywhere in the world, any network that you can that you can think of, and have other aspects of the business that complement to create this ecosystem where you have that money velocity, where the opportunity is there for ETN to be used as a real as a real currency, basically. I think it's absolutely amazing. And like I said, if you took the names of the cryptocurrencies out of the equation, and you took the CoinMarketCap and trade volume and all the how much the coin's worth out the equation, and you purely ranked them from worst to best in terms of their utility and what they've actually achieved use case wise, you'd put ETN right at the top, because how couldn't you? There's no battling it anymore, you know. Yes, trade volume needs to improve. We need to get on bigger exchanges. Yes, Beaky is a huge exchange. I remember looking at an exchange rankings, and on a lot of the 24-hour cycles, they're actually trading more than what Binance is. But at the same time, people don't recognize Beaky as a brand. People recognize Binance as a brand. People recognize Coinbase as a brand. People recognize blockchain.info as a brand. These, regardless, you need to have those exchanges on your side. Look at Coinbase and blockchain.info, etc. The coins that they have are the biggest and most well represented coins in the CoinMarketCap rankings, and in trade volume and in bloody market cap, total market cap, because they have the biggest amount of money in them. I think ETN needs to focus on these exchanges, and I'm so glad that, since obviously speaking about we should be trying to get on Binance, we should be trying to get on Coinbase. Obviously, Coinbase being a US thing, it's going to be tricky with the whole SEC, proving that it's not security. But there are still massive exchanges that can hugely benefit the trade volume of ETN, and then to encourage that trading, I think is very important as well. That is mainly what I wanted to talk about today. If we look at the outcomes of what's happened so far today, if we look at CoinMarketCap, we are so as a whole, the market's come down quite a bit over the last 24 hours. There's a lot of red out there. ETN is still out of the top 100. They were like 120th yesterday or the day before, and we've managed to crawl our way back up to 106th. And we are one of the only coins that are actually in the green. Not only that, we are outperforming Bitcoin as well. This is obviously going to be a part of the of this news that is coming out, and maybe also the fact that trading has commenced on Bkey. Now, it hasn't been updated on here yet, which it needs to be, but obviously they're doing their trading competition, so I'm assuming there's going to be quite a bit of trade volume. But at the same time, you look at this trade volume and you just have to say to yourself, this needs to improve dramatically. If we just go off of Electroneum for a second and go on any random one, let's go on, I don't know, let's hope I don't screw this up and do something that has little to no trade volume. Let's go Zilliqa, just for argument's sake. And for some reason it's took me to the bottom. Let's go to the market pairs adjusted volume, and as you can see, Huobi 72 million, Huobi 15 million, BKEX 2.5 million, 2 million. You see what I mean? There's all these other cryptocurrencies getting tons and tons of trade volume, and it's about time ETN should be able to get this sort of trade volume and sustain it as well. It's no good doing this competition and then it being slowly dwindled down into nothing again. It needs to be sustained. But that's what I want to talk about today. Hugely positive things. Massive congrats to ETN for launching in 140 plus countries. Get the word out on Binance. Obviously, it is a joint effort, everybody in the community, to get this on Binance, or it's at least to get it onto the vote itself. I believe this gets you onto the ballot for the vote. So hugely important that we contribute. We can't moan if you can't moan that you're not on Binance if you're not doing the very thing that's going to help ETN get on Binance. If you don't put a comment in a tweet, then you have no excuse to moan that they are not on Binance. So do your part. Like Richard said, create a Twitter account if you don't have one, even if it's only to do this one thing, because it could have a hugely positive effect on ETN and in turn on your investment in the future. But goes without saying, I'm not an investment advisor, so don't take anything I say as investment advice. And yeah, that's a good way to end the video. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys out in the next video. Peace out.